This secret comes from listener Bella. Hi, Annabelle and Louie.
Hi, Bella.
I've got a terrible secret I need to get off my chest. My marriage is a sham. I've been married to my husband, Fletch, for a couple of years, but the foundation of our partnership is based on a fundamental lie. I am a lesbian, Fletch is gay.
Slay.
Whoa.
We met a few years ago on an online forum about the difficulties of being gay and from deeply religious and conservative backgrounds and households. We instantly hit it off. We had similar views, goals, ambitions, and political leanings. It was like meeting the male version of myself. We'd quickly struck a deep and meaningful friendship. It wasn't until a few months into this friendship that Fletch asked me how I felt about a lavender marriage/marriage of convenience. He explained that given we were so close, we'd basically become best friends at this stage. We could both get out of our constricted lives and live together as husband and wife, but free to do whatever we wanted. We could move cities or countries and restart our lives, while only keeping the charade around family and community members. I was instantly sold. I mean, the opportunity for me and my best friend to explore our queerness together without the prying, judgy, and frankly unsafe eyes of our families and community sounded like the deal of a lifetime. So we did it. We went through the charade of a wedding, moved in together, and haven't looked back. On occasion, we'll ham up the besotted wife and husband act when family is over, but for the most part, we're just doing our thing, living up the fabulous and flamboyant life we'd been so cruelly robbed of to date. The real issue is that in amongst exploring my newfound sexual freedom, I've fallen head over heels for another woman, Ellen. We'd been casually seeing each other as friends with benefits, but this has morphed into having real feelings, where we are now pretty much inseparable. She's always known that I was closeted and was comfortable with that when we were just friends with benefits. But now that's shifted, she's told me she wants to be exclusive, which I also desperately want, but can't do that if she has to go back in the closet for me. I am absolutely a shambles trying to choose between my head and my heart. The ramifications of coming out are significant. Not only do I risk being cut off and disinherited by my family and excommunicated from my community, I also risk implicitly outing Fletch. But if I stay in the closet, I risk losing the person I think is the actual love of my life. The one. What should I do? Am I resigned to a life of casual flings with no prospect of my own romantic partner? Or is this a small price to pay to ensure Fletch and I's safety and security? Bella.
Oh, this is such a nuanced one.
She's asked me to be a bridesmaid and I am flattered. Initially, it was all new and exciting. However, as the wedding draws nearer, she is turning into Bridezilla. I know that term can be wheeled out willy-nilly and can be a bit loaded, but it's honestly the case. Recently, she has requested that the bridal party get together once per month to get to know each other. The original date fell on a day which I was unable to attend due to work commitments, and she became angry that I did not take a day off to attend the event. I know that she talked about this behind my back with some of the other bridesmaids. She's also becoming quite selfish and demanding, often requesting that the bridesmaids drop whatever we are doing to attend her events and tasks. She is so preoccupied with the wedding that she does not seem to care for anybody else. On a number of occasions, she has expressed that she would be annoyed if someone in our circle of friends stole her thunder by getting engaged prior to her wedding, which is due to take place later this year.
They can't put their lives on hold for May.
No.
My boyfriend has been dropping hints that he will pop the question soon.
Oh, bless.
And it has got me thinking about my own wedding. Do I have to include Emma in my bridal party? I feel trapped as she will be extremely offended if I do not. However, I don't know if I'm ready to ask someone who has been causing me so much stress. May. I already know that I'm a terrible person, so please don't be mean, but please be real with me. Last year, I got married to my husband, Alex. At my bachelorette, I met a guy, who we can call Finn. It was harmless fun at the time. Nothing happened, aside from him randomly dropping $15,000 on me the night I met him to celebrate my bachelorette. It was on a bottle of champagne.
Whoa.
15K.
Oh,
A bottle of champagne?
that would be wasted on me. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Like a $3 bottle does me good of Prosecco. Like bubbles is bubbles to me.
Exactly.
Looking back, I was overwhelmed with him dropping that much money on me whilst not knowing me at all. Later, though, I found out he is rich. The love bombing started out innocent and I entertained it. I am self-aware enough to admit I liked the attention and liked the feeling of being desired. In the 6 months that followed, he bought me expensive jewelry, wanted to fly me out on vacations, etc. I didn't see anything too wrong with it at the time, as I didn't go on the trips. I just accepted the gifts. I also later found out he had kids and a wife and was not in an open relationship. When this all happened, I felt like, is this what it's like to have a sugar daddy? But what was different here was in that love bombing phase. Finn said the craziest things of wanting to give me a baby, that he loved me, etc. But I could tell he wouldn't leave his wife. It was the rush for him to have this secret double life, I think. And I think it excited me too. Mind you, I've never been this type of person ever to cheat or dream of it or anything. My connection with Finn surprised me a lot. The love bombing turned into the devaluation phase, so withholding love and affection, gaslighting and projecting problems onto me, and it was truly textbook narcissism. Everything I Googled was pretty much checkmark to this guy. But knowing all of this, I was still enchanted by him, which is something I clearly need to work on. This emotional relationship went on for 1.5 years. Me and my husband Alex got married as planned, and I felt extremely guilty. I justified my decision by thinking I was genuinely in love with this other guy that wasn't my husband. But it wasn't that I wanted to leave my husband. It was that it thrilled me to have this secret relationship, and it made me feel so desired. In that time, we ended up meeting in person. We live in different cities. After a long time of talking, and we hooked up. All the way. I almost felt like it was something I had to do after this relationship went on for so long. I feel terrible whenever I think about how my husband Alex would feel, but I still feel like I love and care for this other guy, even though he's literally the epitome of everything I despise in a person.
Ooh.
I almost feel trauma bonded to this guy. The up and down of that relationship caused me to cut things officially with him. We don't talk anymore, and things are great with my husband, but I know if he ever found out, he would leave me. This secret is slowly killing me, and I think I'm in denial, justifying what I did by saying that I loved him. When I strip this guy off the pedestal I put him on, my soul feels crushed with guilt and I can't continue on. Going forward, I plan to be a loyal wife, the best I can be to my husband, and I feel remorse. Evie.
Am I wrong for inviting my mother and her husband to my graduation and not telling them I changed my name? I, 18 female, moved out of my mom's house and in with my grandparents 5 months ago, 2 days after I turned 18. I also changed my last name after the move, which is not something I've mentioned. My reason for changing the name is because they changed it first. I had my dad's last name, but when my mom married when I was 7, they changed mine to go along with theirs. But I never wanted that, but my mom explained that it was important to all have the same name, mostly so her husband would feel like we truly became a family, and so he could claim me more easily to pick me up and things of that nature. But I will always see it as him trying to claim me. He said it so many times that I was his daughter and his kid and stuff like that, and it got so annoying, and I never wanted to be his kid. I never claimed him back. And he'd always get mad when people referred to me as my dad's daughter. Am I wrong for inviting my mother and her husband to my graduation and not telling them I changed my name? He said he was the one raising me, feeding me, and loving me, so he's entitled to be recognized as my dad. But my dad died when I was 5, so that's why I really still want to be his kid. He did not abandon me or walk out. He loved me, and he died because of a stupid allergic reaction that left me without the most important guy in my life. But my mom always defended him and told me I should be more appreciative because he could leave us, and would I want that? And a few times I did say yes. Sometimes I think my mom wanted to send me off to boarding school so I wouldn't ruin her marriage, and I know they looked into it. I decided they could figure out my name change at the graduation, but then they got an email with my full last name. My mom's husband said I would have left him clueless as I publicly disowned them. I said that's what I've been doing for years, and he just never accepted it.